Hey there, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good out there today. Today I have another Buy Me a Coffee donation request for New Random Age. New Random Age gave me an extremely generous donation and asked me to do two different songs, and I'm absolutely going to do both of them. I've already done the first one, and both of them are from the same artist. They're just two different projects from the same artist. The artist's name is Noise. He's an artist that I've never heard of before. He's an anonymous. He keeps his identity secret, and he does projects. And the one I'm going to be doing today is called Non Est Deus, with the song The Last Act. I'm doing a live version from Rockharz that was filmed last year. I'm really interested in this because the first one I did, I'm not going to say the name of it. I couldn't say the name, that I was mispronouncing it. I know I was mispronouncing it, but it was a very black metal, just very aggressive, droney, just in your face type of song. I don't know if this is going to be similar, or because this is a different project, is this going to be something different, completely different from the other project. Now, on studio versions of these songs, evidently Noise does everything. He's the one, he plays all the instruments, he sings, he does all of it. Live, I couldn't find a live lineup for this band, or for this project, but I did find one for the other project, so I'm going to maybe assume that he uses the same musicians for his live performances with both projects. I could be wrong. I really can't assume anything, but I'm super excited for this because the last one was cool. Definitely not in my normal wheelhouse of what I listen to every day, but definitely something that I can get into. And if this is similar, very, very cool. Because the other one is kind of the theme of it is World War One, war songs and stuff like that. This one, I couldn't find much about it, but the way he dresses for this project is more like evil priest or something like that. So I'm very curious to see what this is going to be like. New Random Age, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your donation. You really can't thank you enough for it. It means everything. Couldn't have come at a better time, so I really, really appreciate it. So thank you. But let's go ahead and switch on over. And here we go with a Buy Me a Coffee donation request for New Random Age of Noise's project Non Est Deus, with the song The Last Act live at Rockharz. I'm going to assume Rockharz, I don't know where that is. I'm maybe assume it's a German festival, but really, does this one have, it's auto-generated. I never use auto-generated, or very seldom use auto-generated, because they're usually wrong, but so I'm not going to turn those on. But here we go. I'm really excited for this. This is going to be cool.
By the sweat of your face,
Oh, this one's in English.
you shall be bread. Till you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken. For you are dust. And dust you shall become. In which point did this come to be? Incessantly pierced by feathers and thorns. No upbeat build, no force be laid. Naked I wander the Satan's path. And dust you shall
Oh, that's cool. Hold on, wait. First of all, it's still kind of black metalish, very harsh. There's less members of the band. There's only this one. I don't even see a bass player on stage. They got 2 guitars and a drummer. But the drummer's doing some really cool stuff. This one hasn't been, pure blast beats. Whereas the last one, there was, most of the song was blast beats. This one, he was doing mostly a more moderate, beat. But right before I stopped it, he started doing like blast beat, stop, blast beat. It was like, it's hard to explain what he was doing, but it was very, very cool. So it looks like the different projects are just different themes. It's still very aggressive, black metal, heavy metal, hard, stuff like that. But it just, the other one was very, centered around the war, World War One specific. This is obviously more, about faith and I'm not understanding the words necessarily, but just the theme of the look of it is very, has religious undertones, obviously, and actually some pretty severe overtones as well. But this is cool. I'm digging what this one, because I love a great blast beat, but sometimes it gets to be too much. So I'm kind of digging this one to where it doesn't have that constant, just that constant snare going. Which allows me to hear more of the rest of the drums. The guitars sound fantastic. Again, I thought I was hearing a bass for a minute, but maybe it was just a lower tone in the guitar. But it's it's interesting that they don't have a bass on stage. And then Noise's vocals are very cool. He has a really great gruff, distorted voice. I wouldn't really consider this like guttural. I'm sure he can do guttural, but this is more just super distorted, just very gruff. That's a great word. That's the best word I can think of. It's just gruff. It's just gravelly and very cool. Digging this. This is a cool song. And for him, it's all about the performance.
The burning bush has become extinct. Shown us drowned. The newborn split. Lungs wretched offsprings. Breeding to death.
I really like the use of the hi-hat and the ride at the same time. Right there, that's very cool.
The Lord gave. The Lord took away. The
giving the Eucharist on stage. God, this is it's so interesting. Again, I'm going to have to say this isn't something that I would normally listen to all the time. But the quality of what's going on is crazy. I'm so fascinated with the drummer, and the beats he's doing, and he keeps doing like I was talking about doing the hi-hat and the ride at the same time, or sometimes he was doing two rides at the same time. And then he goes into these sections where he's doing like a half a blast beat. Like he'll do a blast beat, then a single, blast beat, single, blast beat, single. I'm fascinated with that. I'm somebody, if you don't know, I actually did play the drums in a band back 30 years ago. Wasn't very good. I could keep a beat, but I was terrible otherwise. So I'm always fascinated with drummers, and that's something I haven't really seen much of. That like I said, half blast beat, half regular beat that he's doing. To me, that's very, very cool. It's an interesting song, and the theatrics are crazy. I'm sure he's very popular on the mainstream, critics when they're doing stuff like this on stage. I know that it doesn't bother me. I'm not super religious. I'm not anti-religious either. I consider myself agnostic, but I'm sure they get a lot of press for the theatrics that they do on stage. But the song is cool. It's not something I'd listen to every day, but it's an interesting song, and there's some really cool stuff going on inside it. Noise here seems to be a very eclectic, very theatric. That's the best word for it. He's very theatric. He's into the performance, and it's cool. I like it.
Till you return to the ground for all of it you have taken. For you are dust, and to dust you shall return. For you
I just now realized the drummer's left-handed too.
you shall return.
Well, the kit's set up left-handed anyways. Still a lot of the song, a lot of the video to go. And here he comes back. I take it that was probably the end of their set. Each of the 3 band members did their bows. It's an interesting way to end the set. Each member doing an individual bow and walking off. Okay, so that was Buy Me a Coffee donation request for New Random Age with a project from Noise called Non Est Deus with The Last Act live, and that was at the Rockharz. That was cool. Some of the stuff that they were doing was very interesting musically. And the theatrics were just, I mean, the theatrics are what they are. If you're super religious, it's probably going to annoy you. If you're not religious at all, you're going to laugh and stuff. But they take it serious. They've committed to the theme of what they're doing, which I absolutely respect that. That's very cool. The song was really cool. Some of the drum stuff that was going on was just fascinating to me. Noise's voice is really cool. It's very gravelly, very distorted, bordering on full gutturals, but to me it doesn't seem like he's going full guttural. You can definitely understand what he's saying, although a lot of what he's saying is not in English, but it's a little clearer than a full guttural scream. And he's very talented, and he's very his what he writes is obviously very cool. I mean, he's good at what he does. He has a huge audience. Both of these videos have been at festivals at night, and in my mind, if you're playing at night at a festival, that means you're one of the big bands, and the huge crowd that was really into it. That was a lot of fun. New Random Age, I want to thank you so much for your donation. I can't thank you enough. I really, really appreciate it. New Random Age also had mentioned that he found my channel through, oddly enough, my K-pop reaction of 50/50's cover of Wish You Were Here. And actually, he gave me a couple suggestions on where for a couple other K-pop bands that I could listen to continue in. But then he requested these two black metal, death metal type songs, which is very cool. Really, really appreciate that. You are an absolute rock star. Thank you so much for your support. If you guys like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.